Minnesota makes 2 different trades with 2 different teams today. They are looking to acquire. We'll just jump into it. We'll jump right into it. So you can see right here, the Minnesota Wild acquiring Marcus Johansson for a 3rd round pick from the Capitals. Again, Capitals just selling off pieces, right? Just trying to get as much as they can for either UFAs. And then again, we have here Gus Nyquist at 50% retained for a 5th round pick. It's crazy that they got Marcus Johansson at 1.1 and they had to trade away a 3rd round pick. And then getting Gus Nyquist at half retained, they only had to trade a 5th round pick. I think that's the reason because Gus Nyquist has been dealing with injury. So that's something we'll just talk about real quick. Let's just jump over to Gus Nyquist right now. Okay, you can see half retained, so 5.5. He is, like I say, UFA at the end of the year. So he's a veteran presence, but he's played well. I remember him on the Red Wings. He played very well, and I was very sad to see him go, but it made sense for the rebuild that they were doing. So, again, you're looking at a pretty good player, putting at about a 0.8. He has stints at least a half point per game player. You can see right here, he's going to, he's having the 49 points in 62 games. You're looking at 42 and 70. Most recently, 22 and 48. He was dealing with an injury, and I believe he is all back and good. But I think that is the risk you're taking when you're the Minnesota Wild. You're saying, hey, I don't know how good he's going to be, but we'll give you a 5th round pick for him if you guys retain half of his salary. So like half the, Columbus, Yarmore Kekalina out of the Blue Jackets is like, half. That's fine. I can do that. No problem. So again, it's a small risk, but I think Minnesota, they're being in a divisional playoff spot, especially with how much of the cap hit they have hit with their buyouts that they did for Parise and Suter. This is it's a nice cheap player and didn't cost you much in the end, honestly. So again, moving over to the next one, we have the Capitals trading over again Marcus Johansson for that 2024 3rd round pick. Marcus Johansson, again, you're looking at a right winger, again a UFA at the end of the year. So this is nice. This is a good pickup. I believe he's fairly older, 32 years old, so older, I say. And I say that being that I'm going to turn 32 this year, so a little bit older. But anyways, you can scroll down to his spot. 28 points in 60 games. He is playing better than normal, I'd say. I'd say he's a little under a half point per game. So you're just more getting some stability there. It's a small move, but it's exciting. Like I said, I'm happy that he was able to get in and going to have an opportunity to make it into the playoffs, and especially as being a little bit older in the later half of his career. I don't know if he'll be getting another contract next year. He might be, but again, it'll be a cheap contract similar to what he's got here. You can see like 1.1, probably not even that high. He'll probably end up taking like 850, which is pretty low for someone who's in the 32. But we'll see. I'm excited for him. Like I said, I'm excited for what Minnesota's going to do. I hope they go far because it's one of those teams where they have so much. I think they have like $14 million in cap space being taken up just by buyouts. Actually, let's check it out real quick. Oh, my bad. I lied. It's actually only $12.7 million on those buyouts, and you can see it actually bumps up to $14.7 for the 2 years after that. Well, this is wild, honestly. They're gonna have to, these next 2 years, they're trying to make quick UFA deals and getting cheap players in to be able to play for them. And they also are holding on to a couple $1 million for the O'Reilly trade, getting a pick out of that, and the Dmitry Orlov trade as well, getting a pick out of that for he went to the Boston Bruins. So from the Washington Capitals, again, working with Minnesota Wild, working with the Washington Capitals. So, again, this is the end. We got the end right here. So, quick Minnesota video, making some quick moves. I'm excited for them. Hopefully, they do well. I know the West isn't going to be that difficult, but I'm curious to see how far they can go. It's weird. You get some people that are they're decently good, but we see a lot of the heavy hitters are doing most of the work in the Eastern Conference. You're seeing Toronto making the big moves. You're seeing Tampa with Jeannot. Boston making big moves from Washington, as well as the Rangers with the 2 that we just talked about today. I talked about today about the Kane one, as well as we talked about Tarasenko a couple days ago. So let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and let me know if you have any questions. Anyways, love you.